Well, hello there, chaps. I'm Chucky, and I'm just, legending a guard. Um, yeah, Holy shit, I keep forgetting that I need to lower my volume before anything. Anyhow, um, how's it going? How's the week happening along? I just had to go to the doctor again today. Well, more specifically, I think I've mentioned that I have to, undertake a, kinetotherapy? I don't know what's the proper... Oh wait, I need two mouse buttons. Yeah, let's go. I was pressing M out of habit. Out of habit for what? Don't ask me. I couldn't tell you. Anyhow, so let's see if I can just catch myself up for a minute. Anyhow, so yeah, and that's for my wrist, and it's kind of one of those situations where I probably shouldn't ignore it, right? But that wasn't the case. Back, hold on. Shit. Okay, so I'm assuming that going the other side would probably mean icy area. Oh, that's a fucking joke. Anyhow, so apparently not. Oh wait, it's a flower. Oh, multiple bees. So yeah, and here's the thing, right? Like, I've already went through the whole diagnostics thing, got the, an actual neurosurgeon to take a look at my herniated spine and all that, and, everything's fine with it, in the sense that I still feel the symptoms there of, the nerve that was getting pressed on, but I've been working out, and I'd be lying if I said I was as responsible as I should be, but it's still, I'm still the same thing. No, it's not aggravated, is what I'm saying. And damn, these things should probably spawn. What the hell? Holy sh! Ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Hold up, hold up! So I'm getting my ass kicked, bro. How the fuck do you beat this thing? Holy shit. That was vicious. Anyhow. So as I was saying, this music always makes me want to pause and listen. Anyhow, so yeah, but the doctor even back then suggested kinetotherapy, and I was just like, oh, alright, that sounds pretty tentative. I don't really need it. I also don't want to, delay working out again, and I kind of didn't want to fuss with that again. So, yeah, I didn't do it, and, luckily, knock on wood, there were no, negative repercussions for that. In as much as, I mean, you could say the lack of, positive outcomes is a negative repercussion, but I'm not that greedy. So, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the basic, it's, I've done well enough. Without them, that is partly why, when I believe at least, why the recommendation was so tentative, because the whole point was that, it's like an extremely minor thing. You know, it's why the doctor didn't even go like, yeah, you're gonna go through the physical therapy, and then you're gonna be free to work out if you want. And that's not what happened. She was just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna give you the okay to work out, but you will have to be you will have to be careful about it. What the fuck did I get? I thought I got it. Okay, I probably should bump the volume just a bit. He should take damage when I pop these birds. Holy shit, this is hard, man. These things are just so fucking fast. Holy shit. Either way. So yeah, and now since I already have to, do it, well, I might as well just go ahead and get some therapy for my back. But the downside to that is that I have to, get that whole ball rolling. And what happened was that I went to my... And here's a bit, right? Here's one of those things that I'm going to whinge about, which is, like, people just, like, smugly thinking they know better. And I know it's rich, like, talking about a doctor this way, especially for someone like me, whom I've constantly been very vocal about, like, listen to fucking professionals, which doctors are. The thing is, like, yeah, doctors are professionals, except for the fact that, like, I have on good medical authority what I'm saying. It's not just me pulling some shit out my... This is a whole different story. Wow. I love how, like, some of the bosses are just, well, this. Anyhow, so yeah, my doctor, when I went to ask for, a paper, because here in Romania you need a paper from your, like, I guess, primary care physician, they call them family doctors. I was like, yeah, so I had this situation like last year and I didn't do anything about it because it sounded very tentative, but now I already have to do it, so I might as well go and do it. And and I specifically explained like that I was diagnosed with hernia. I had herniated, one of my discs. And I asked for, like medical like ticket to a neurosurgeon, because that's where it was a neurosurgeon who had worked with me on it last year. And what fucking happened is that I was given the ticket for neurology, and what incensed me even more, but this, I might just be being a Karen here, but that's bad enough, because like I am not saying that just like out my ass. This is like I've actually gone through the whole like proper process of diagnosing. I was first, because here's the thing, right? I complained about my my injection site where I got the COVID vaccine still hurting. Like after all that happened. Holy shit, this was not last year. This was like 2 years ago. God damn. And I was sent to a cardiac surgeon, because well, honestly, it was a family friend, so they were like, yeah, we're gonna check if there's nothing wrong there before we go anywhere further. And he checked my heart and shit, and he was like, okay, no, this is like it's not just healthy, it's like insanely healthy, especially for someone with your lifestyle, which true, because goddamn, like, listen, when you've been like all your life around at least like 90 kilos, the fact that you are pretty much like healthy heart-wise is absolutely fucking insane, I think. At least at my age, but like, knock on wood, and still I am trying to lose weight, and I have been seeing progress on that, actually, because I started checking my calories again. It's a good habit to get into. It's just food's good. Anyhow, So I go to. Actually, hold on. I want to try something. Okay, for a moment, I hope that this game was like made to like give you the ability to also aim and shoot. Anyhow, so 400 hardship. I do not have hardship. Anyhow, so buttheads. Anyhow, so the medical ticket that I got was to neurology, which was, by the way, that was the second place I was sent after the like heart doctor, right? It was just like, you know what, just let me give me a second, and it was like, okay, go talk to these three ladies, who then proceeded to get me fully fucking naked. And yeah, they were like, yeah, I think something's wrong with your back based on what you're describing. And then oh boy. I'm just so happy. I wonder how much of the writing is like this because of you know, the different ages in which these things were. Oh fucking! These things were made, and how much of it is different because this one is someone who has a probably better grasp of the English language than the. Oh dear, oh my. Okay, let's go. So as I was saying, my visit to the neurologists ended up with them going, okay, I'm gonna need an MRI scan and a visit to neurosurgery, and then we're gonna have to see. And basically, I, you know, went through the process, and I got my diagnostic, and I got the treatment that was given, and then when that was pretty much over, I was told to, you know, go easy on myself, but I can pretty much like resume activity. I did, and it was nice and shit. But the symptoms never really left. They didn't like. I've grown used to them, but I don't think they've like diminished, you know. Which I take as a good sign because I haven't been careful with my back. I mean, shit. Like part of my back workout is the Romanian deadlift, which, you know, it's ironic saying that as a Romanian, and it has actually nothing to do with the fact that I'm Romanian. I've chosen to do it because it feels like one of those exercises that really help with my lower back. Because my lower back just constantly gets tired and achy. Like, I feel the muscles hurt when I need to do anything where I can't, like, stand upright and it needs to keep me, you know. Like, for example, when I'm hiking, or even when I'm just, like, washing a ton of dishes. You know. So yeah, that whole thing was done, and now I think it would be prudent, and I think the doctor agrees as well, that I need a current okay, do I just... Yes, it is these guys. That I need a more current diagnostic. And, you know, in order to get that, I need to get a paper that sends to get the MRI scan, which probably either gonna be discounted or pretty much completely for free. That's nice, you know, like, having healthcare is nice. You know, I would argue, based on my experience with, and more importantly, you know, others' experiences with public healthcare in Romania, that you might have an argument for the kind of, like, you know, healthcare style that you have in the US if it could, like, result in better individual patients. But if anything, from what I've seen, it's at best just as bad. Because I can't really complain. Like, this is probably my worst experience, and it's not, like, really that bad if, you know, you're not keen on making yourself a victim. Because it could just be a misunderstanding and doctors, you know, like, completely well-intentionally doing shit better. If they're trying to do, you know, shit that they know is better. Because, I mean, I get it. A lot of people go to the doctor's office and they just, like, think they know better. And in this case, it's not that even that, you know, I know better. It's that the people who, you know, did the whole diagnostic knew better. Because they had time to fucking research it. Okay, that's holy shit, this is fucking cakes. Ironic, the fireball is good against fireballs. Shit. Can I press F9? Nope. Damn. So, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. And yeah, the other thing that I'm bothered by is the fact that on the like paper it says that I have like a touched spinal disc, I think that's the turn of phrase that was used. And it's just like, yeah, the assumption that I'd be, you know, just well, exaggerating or misdiagnosing myself when instead, you know, it was the actual proper channels. Anyhow, oh shit, I actually didn't listen to this area's soundtrack. Kind of chirpy, but again, it doesn't feel it's so weird, you know, all the ways in which, like, this resembles basically a fan-made expansion to the original, and in how many ways it's like, yeah, it probably would have, you know, went in this direction had it received a sequel. I'm still holding out hope, though. Because you don't really get this kind of dual style of gameplay, you know, where you get both a shmup and a overworld area too frequently. So here's hoping that, you know, we're gonna get something of the sort, maybe from like an indie license, because you're kind of restrained when you are doing what is essentially a fan mod, as opposed to, you know, what you're doing when you do a full release. I mean, shit, this thing's pretty much emulated. And this isn't to, like, you know, discredit the work that was put into this fucking mod, because, again, I'm struggling to not really like a fucking idiot with every time I'm like, this makes so much sense for the original, you know, and all the cool shit that I see, and just how, like, because here's the thing, like, there's a lot of things that just are far better designed in this one than they were in the original, especially like the ghost face fight. Either way, so yeah, I forgot where I was going with the whole, you know, experience with the doctor thing. But yeah. Okay, Chuck is gonna rant about another thing. I'm gonna be another like old man yelling at the cloud kind of deal. But here's something that pisses me off. The myth of Medusa, or specifically the modern, not interpretation of it, the modern kind of popular quote-unquote version. And something I realized that is quite ironic about it. So, the myth of Medusa, when it started out, their first mention were just like, oh yeah, it's the Gorgons who are like frightening and live in the underworld, and Odysseus doesn't want to run into them, which is all well and good. But then, you know, like, there was very little from them outside of the fact that they were like truly fearsome in the sense that even their face could, you know, petrify you. And then we got Hesiod's version, I think. in the myth of Perseus, where they, well, it's kind of like the modern layman's understanding of them, where they're just, you know, a destructive monster, which apparently, like, yeah, their faces were horrific, but they were also, you know, like, kind of attractive in the sense that, you know, Poseidon still tapped that, and there is quite some ambiguity even with this version whether it was consensual or not, but, you know, there is nothing specifically pointing to it being non-consensual, but either way. So then we got a later version by Ovid, which is the kind of popular. Oh yeah, there's also one with, you know, because there's multiple, like I said, there's multiple versions, and for many myths there's the same thing. Like, shit, I just read that there's apparently a version of the Stymphalian birds where the damn things are just how do I even put it? They're basically just like women, which is like, it's essentially the American remake of the Japanese show, because that no, that does not match what the Stymphalian birds are described as, because the Stymphalian birds are, shit, just look them up. I'm honestly not in the mood to describe them, but whatever they are, like, making them girls, just know why. Anyhow, so Ovid's version of the story, for those of you that don't know, posits that Medusa is an unfortunate victim of sexual assault by Poseidon in the Temple of Athena, which caused Athena, in an uncharacteristically spiteful moment, to, well, curse her with the curse that we all know and know. There is some versions, though I find no fucking, like, sources for them, that say that, like, she was cursed for the sake of, like, her own safety, you know, that Athena, like, did her solid, which is fucking bullshit, because Ovid, you know, the guy who made the whole version, that, oh no, they were actually just, like, normal women, had a bone to pick with Athena. Like, his version is the version of Arachne Smith, where like, Athena just turns her into a spider out of jealousy. You know, like, no, that's just bullshit. That's just copium. And the problem with, like, this myth's prominence, especially because, like, with its association with victims, I would say, is that, yes, it is a version of the myth, but it's just as valuable as the one that just, you know, says, yeah, they're basically the semi-divine daughters of Echidna. Like, it's equally as valid because, well, there is no canon. It's like the SCP Foundation. Did I increase my... Oh, I'm gonna be so miffed if I lost on a pickup because this fucking thing was on top of it. Because it's... You know what, I'm gonna err on the side of caution and just load the save and go fight it again. Anyhow, but what I kind of realized is that this popular and beloved version of the myth was written by Ovid, who was a fucking adulterer with authority issues because he got exiled because of adultery, because shocking fucking horror, adultery not good. So, yeah, that's a fun fact for you all. All this is to say, just, no one owns a myth, no one owns a culture's story, and most importantly, you should probably check for sources whenever you hear someone make a claim that sounds suspiciously convenient for modern beliefs, like this one. Because even, like I've said, even the, like, actual, you know, favorable, so to speak, version, it's still pretty much just, you know, like a story about the gods being dicks, because that's what Ovid was about. That's what a lot of Greeks were about. But, you know, people are trying to present it like, oh no, the actual myth is surprisingly feminist, and it's really not. And this pisses me off, because I don't like historical revisionism, and I've noticed that a lot of, like, liberal spaces are trying to pull this shit. And sure, we have the meme of, like, the history books will say they were just good friends, but you'll notice this shit a lot, and especially like under the guise of, you know, like proving the real story, which was, you know, covered by the heteronormative, patriarchal, homophobic establishment. You'll see a lot of like reinterpretations at the most generous, which is fucking stupid. Like, history is not politically correct. It's more politically correct than some people think. That's far from, like, you know, what I'm trying to say. Because, god damn it, I lost focus for a moment. You know, I do have to admit that there's a bit of a, like, you know, history used to be this kind of place, which, you know, it's not true. Like, but on that same token, you know, history wasn't, like, heteronormative. What the fuck did I just say? History is not politically correct. God damn, I'm stupid. So people are gonna see this and they're gonna say it was a Freudian slip. That's gonna be a fun conversation to hear. You know, this is just what I fucking hate. Or, you know, like, here's another brain dead take that I've seen. Apparently, some people out there are claiming that Kurt Cobain was apparently a trans woman because he wore a dress and eyeliner. Ignoring the fact that a lot of, like, punk aesthetic employs eyeliner for some reason. I'm not familiar with punk like at all. And Nirvana's, like, grunge rock is pretty, like, similar in position, like, socially speaking, to punk. It's also because he wore a dress once. And look. I want to make this clear. No one, other than the people saying this, is saying this. Right? I need to make this clear for a lot of people, because this is a very big problem I've noticed with the conversation, where you see someone, like, say something or hold, like, a certain position, and then people automatically assume, like, a ton of shit that they say and believe. Like, and oh god, I'm gonna get fucked. You know what? I eat my ass. God damn it. No, I didn't want to overuse the thing. Anyway. Like, you know, I don't need to give you an example. Just think of a moderate take on either side of the political spectrum, and then, you know, imagine the most conveniently extremist take that someone can assume on that same side, and then you have it. So I want to make it clear that just because, and hell, even because someone's like, you know, well, I don't know that he wasn't or something like that. I mean, yeah, that's icky, but again, don't assume malice where you can just, you know, pretty much, it's pretty much guaranteed to be just ignorance. Because here's the thing, right? Like, Kurt Cobain never identified as anything other than a man. And, you know, that... honestly, no. He's a dead person. I didn't... Well, wasn't even born, I think. When did he die? But either way, 1994. Yeah, he was dead before I was born. Holy shit. But as I was saying, I am not comfortable with, like, assuming shit someone would believe or say when he was dead. And that's precisely, like, what's the problem with the same take. So it would be, you know, like, hypocritical to actually go and do this. That's why I'm retracting. Like, I'm speculating, but even that feels in poor taste. God damn. What? I thought I had more health. Either way, but you know, you see how this is not cool, and you can notice, like, once you start looking for this shit, you'll see it a lot. And for all that you can say about the right-wingers, and particularly, like, on the more extreme side, one thing you can't, you know, claim, you can't, like, fault them for is that those fuckers, at least, aren't... You don't see as much historical revisionism on the far right as you see on the far left. And that's just crazy, if you ask me. It was gonna be funny, because this is kind of something I use as a litmus test. If someone takes issue, because I want to make it clear that if I'm talking about, like, negatively about the whole of a side, I'm probably usually referring to either the extremists, and I think, and I should, constantly, you know, make a point of underlining this. I'm talking about either extremists or useful idiots, which handily also makes it so that if someone takes issue with my less than favorable view of someone, you know, or presentation of someone acting this way, that's pretty much a good indication that they're one of the two. Probably the useful idiot, because again, I don't like assuming malice where... Alright, let's see. This... all this boss fight just for that? Kinda shitty, mate. I wonder how, like, big the map's gonna get. Anyhow, so yeah, fundamentally, I think, like, you know, I don't even know, because here's the thing, right? This is an actual problem. you morally justify, well, evil actions and historical revisionism for the sake of propaganda. Because, make no mistake, this is nothing more, nothing less. Because the whole point is that, hey, look, actually, we're the cool guys. We're cool. We're great. We were always great. We were just like held back. And you know, the proof that is used is either a gross misrepresentation of the truth or an outright distortion of it. Yeah, that's propaganda. And no matter how just your cause. Oh god, I'm starting to get Mario 5 for some reason. Enemy razor, got it. What does that mean? Considering that it could be more than this. Either way. So yeah, when you start to morally, like, justify that you're doing evil acts, you know, like, and especially when your justification is just that, oh, this person is evil, therefore they deserve to be done evil too. Yeah, no, that's an actual slippery slope. That's something that no one, under any circumstance, should abide by. It's part of why I hate religion so virulently. It's why I reject it like on principle. Because it's always just another like search to find a new other that you can just hate for being different and make out to be more evil, and then, you know, do evil things to them because, hey, they're evil, they deserve it, right? Which obviously not. You know? And that's why I'm never like keen on the rhetoric that, oh, well, what are we supposed to do? They're already doing this, you know. They go low, we kick them in the teeth. Because I agree that the, you know, the whole like they go high, we go high, they go low bullshit is, you know, bullshit. And I'm even willing to concede that the right is more responsible of doing that kind of shit than the left. Actually, hold on, let me just look it up real quick so I... What does this mean? Because I kind of remember... Okay, so it is something that apparently was part of Michelle Obama's speech. It's... I can only really kind of try to replicate well, basically my understanding as I walked away from the video by, well, other than Innuendo Studios. But basically it was that, you know, when we're trying to be, who's we? Well, that's the thing, wouldn't you know? The point is, when we're trying to be, you know, like, good and virtuous by our side standards, we are getting baited and tempted? Not the correct word, but nice. But that doesn't really matter. Into, well, acting improperly. If we act all dignified and shit, we're just gonna, you know, resort to whatever we consider to be unacceptable. Whether it's our traditions and our people and stuff. I'm just like, what's the proper term? Paraphrasing, I guess, quoting, kind of that. But yeah. Damn it, I hate that pile of red boxes. Anyhow, so, as I was saying, the whole point, I guess, is that apparently it's not worth to, take the moral high road, which, in essence, is just incite. Oh, yes. This is just kind of inciting people to, stop being the quote-unquote good guys. And here's the kind of sad reality. There's people who want, like, good on every side. That's something that is hard to parse. I know. But I guarantee you that if you actually, open your mind to what the other person is saying, you might just realize that, oh wait, you just you just want to make things better for you, and that's what the understanding is better. So what if we, try to reach an understanding of, I guess, each other's better? Instead of, just trying to force the other person. And I've seen fuck tons of arguments, about like why our side is justified and theirs is not. Oh. So I need to shoot 4 times. But I find them tiresome. It's always justifications, and it's mighty convenient that there's always like the justifications for why you shouldn't, be the bigger person, instead of justifications for why you should avoid, doing things that's easy on the surface. That's one of the interesting things that I've noticed. Because there are such pitfalls. I mean, shit. Let's take an example I'm familiar with, because I have dropped a few very subtle clues, I believe, and I'm going to come out with it that I am a fat person. And I can't say that I've had, honestly, as far as fatties go, I've been quote-unquote privileged with, well, being stupid enough that I don't really get pressed, in as much as if someone is, would try to bully me, I would just beat them up. There's this one moment where, like, new kid in class, jock type, this was middle school, by the way, tried to, act like hot shit with me, and the whole thing ended with me holding him in a headlock until he was nearly blue in the fucking face, and he was trying to punch me, and obviously didn't do him much good, because, that kid. And after that, we were on pretty neutral to positive terms, and the fact that, I also had a pretty mean, I still have it, probably, but, I was pretty fucking catty and sharp-tongued for a high schooler, to the point where actually, like, there was this kid who tried to do the same thing, but it was kind of more like a class clown type, and I just, like, I thought it was fair game, and I kept, like, verbally, making fun of him and shit, and he, like, fired back, don't get me wrong, but, but the reality is that, well, one time he said something which made me realize that, oh shit, I was actually hurting him? And that just kind of made me apologize to him, and, you know, things became way better afterwards, but the point is, so, I really didn't let myself get bullied to the point of actually, you know, thinking things were bullying that weren't. Either that, or he was actually trying to bully me and they just made him reform just by, you know, being a dick and then being the bigger person. Oh, cool story, you know, accidental lace-off, because I genuinely, this is just me pondering on the thing for the first time in a long while. I kind of tend towards the fact that he wasn't trying to bully me, but hey, can't ever tell. So yeah. And as such, you know, I didn't really care that I would be a social pariah, which ironically kind of made people drawn to me, you know. I was pretty well accepted by this, because, well, I guess people just like it when someone, you know, is themselves. I don't know how to put it, and I don't know what, but yeah, and mind you, I wasn't the most likable person around, you know, because even back then I was a pretty fucking smug cunt who thought that, you know, oh, I was so smart and shit, and I have a ton of, like, well, not a ton, but I do have a couple of very good, like, oh, I'm so smart and great kind of stories, which are gonna cause people to cringe. I'm probably going to share both of them sometime, but for now, I'll just say it like this. There was this girl, she was trying to hit on me, I think. And we're going home, we were, whoa, Nelly. We were passing by the mall, and the mall had a lake, and the lake had to, like, you know, cleaners, I don't know how else to put it. You know, they were gathering, like, the trash of the lake. And for some fucking reason, like, let me make this clear, I was never someone who thought that, your, like, lesser status as opposed to me would, like, you know, make you less deserving. For a moment I thought I recognized like this thing's ugly. Anyhow, this is one of the easier bosses, which probably deal more damage if it were. Because it's got like some cool mechanics and just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, no. I am not losing like on the last fucking legs. There we go. And it just like for some reason thought it would be such a like not cool. That's the wrong term. I don't know what I thought, but it was just like, oh yeah, and you better focus on your studies so that you don't end up like them. To this girl I were walking back home, like, mind you, she wasn't like bad on like with her studies, you know. That's like the most I find galling aspect of it, you know. She was kind of average, I guess. But for some reason, so yeah, I wasn't like particularly charismatic and shit. And still people like, you know, didn't really mind me, I guess is the best way to put it. Hold on. So there's a new area that's unlockable in this game. I'm not really interested in exploring. Okay. Let me save again. So yeah. All this is to say, cool. Listening to the song. Decent. Just bump touch every corner of the room in the right order. I can't tell you what it's sorry because when I try to repeat my moves and nothing happened. The only thing I know is that you should start from the upper left corner. Alright, let's go. Two corridors in one day. Oh shit. Wait. Oh god, don't tell me. Don't fucking tell me. Okay, good. It's still there. Actually, can I just grab it through the corner? Not. Oh well. Anyhow, as I was saying. So, yeah, but, you know, the internet, that's a whole different can of beans. And I've noticed this shit a lot with even me. There is, like, the way some people just relate to and just interact with fat people is not great, right? Like, again, I very much abhor the concept of, like, healthy at any size, because it's factually untrue. You're lying to yourself that, you know, it isn't actually unpleasant and even painful sometimes to be 100 and something kilos when you don't even lift like 30, right? Oh dear, this thing is very... shit. I wasn't paying attention, damn. Anyhow, as I was saying, there is a very real problem with people essentially giving themselves carte blanche to treat a fat person like shit and, you know, act in a very demeaning and dehumanizing way to, like, under the guise of, you know, oh, it's tough love, you need this move, which, let me just give an example, right? You don't give advice, you know, when it's not asked for. People don't appreciate that. It's something I need to learn as well. This film is very weird. Anyhow, and yet apparently, you know, it's fucking free game with fat people, which, you know, no. Literally, no one owes you to, you know, listen to you, and more importantly, someone not listening to you, your unwanted advice, isn't an excuse or good enough reason to then go and be a dick to them. And yet, I see this shit way too frequently where someone, you know, is fat and, like, hell, it's happened to me as well. I think I've told this story before, and mind you, I tend to be pretty, like, you know, hell, I'm fucking pro fitness as shit, because I genuinely think that we humans are more happy when we can, you know, actually live active lives while also, you know, improving our bodies. And even for me, it's happened where I was talking like, no, because here's the thing, right? Nutrition, it's so weird to me that, you know, fitness people who tend to be, you know, what is this? What is this? Anyhow, who tend to be, you know, like, pretty healthy, they constantly give the same advice, which, like, blatantly works. If it doesn't, you aren't, like, you're doing something wrong. Okay, that's what this is. We're gonna beat this corridor as well, and then it's gonna be for today. Anyhow, F. Wait, F, downward arrow. Oh, cool. I just thought those arrow thingies boost your movement speed rather than your shot speed. Either way. I've always found it weird how it's the fitness people who are like, yeah, like there are ways to make losing weight easy. Oh god, what the fuck are those? I don't like this design. They're rabbits and they're throwing bananas. Anyhow, so you know, you'd kind of expect that like the fitness people who have the most to gain from people not being happy in their bodies, to be the ones who would be like, yeah, so basically like every morning I shove 3 spinach leaves, yeah, a whole 3 spinach leaves up my ass, and it's not the case. That's the most batshit thing, you know, like, is the fitness people are just gonna keep, you know, hammering home the easiest and most like practical ways to lose weight. And shit. But when you go to nutritionists and apparently doctors, it's them who are going to give you like No, I'm not doing corridor 14. I'm doing corridor 4 and then your mom, chat. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, I've been waffling for so long that I fucking forgot where I was going with anything, if I'm being honest. Yeah, probably wasn't that important, but yeah. Generally, trust no one who is trying to push you into just mindlessly hating a different group, and even like to the point where you consider, I mean, mindless hate, you know, can be justified, let's say, but when you excuse, you know, treatment that is not befitting a human being, that's when you're crossing a line. And that's what, honestly, that's what causes dictatorships to spring up. I got distracted because I was thinking, is this a newt? But no, it is not. Alright, let's go, let's do this. You know what does deserve hate though? The design of Candela Obscura. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm sorry. I said specifically design. Not a person, not a designer. I don't care about them if I'm being honest. But fucking hell. A lot of people seem to dislike the whole design of that thing. And while I find their reasons viable and, you know, like, understandable, personally, I kind of have a bigger issue with the book itself and the way it's written. And it's just like, I have a big problem with the whole like hotbox design that I see in TTRPGs these days. And specifically, okay, let's see. So upper left, he said. Okay, let's go upper left. Is it here? Yeah, we're gonna try it. So left, right, lower left, lower right, sorry. Let's try the other way around. Doesn't work this way, okay. So, like this. Like this. Those are cool. Apologies. As I was saying, so forgot where I was at. Let's try. Anyhow. So fuck, I got thrown off. I forgot my point. Huh? Well, at least now I know it's the corners of the room, and it's probably... It's upper right. Yeah, okay, it's the Z from... Why is there darkness approaching from one side? I like this little one. Okay, this music... Am I just fucking being a pedant here? But this music, like... Doesn't it sound kind of too high definition? Either way, what else? Oh yeah, I bought myself coughing syrup first time in my life. Because something's been going wrong with my throat, and it feels irritated. That looks unnatural for this game. Anyhow, and I'm not really sure it was a smart idea because goddamn is it tasty. So I need to like, cause whenever I need to, and I only need to take it for like 3 times a day. So I was just kind of like take a glug of it, and I just constantly need to stop, or not stop, but keep myself from starting to overindulge in it, because I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it would help. And it's a bit too expensive to just drink, for the sake of drinking it, I guess. Because it just tastes like concentrated tea syrup. And it's so good. It's like all these things that do... Wait. Oh god, that attack seems really fucking... Like, it's like a weaker enemy razor. No, I actually think that enemy razor is a term in shmups. Holy shit, that raised the... Even its bomb. It's nice. Jesus. I mean... Jesus. God. Oh dear. Oh dear. These are some, like, hot-ass patterns. I need healing. Shit. Okay, I think I'm starting to notice the pattern. Fuck. Damn it! Holy shit, that's a sick design, if I'm being honest. I could leave this for the next time, but I won't. Yes, that I tell you to remember. You won't. God, Slay the Prince is such a banger of a game. Well, of a story, I should say. Rather. I get a feeling that, I don't think he worked as anything other than, like, voice talent on the thing, though I'm not, ready to bet my butt on it. I generally think Johnny Sims just, like, has a fascination with romance. I don't know, he specifically, like, he seems like someone with a very kind of romantic way of looking at love. Yeah, I mean, good for him. Honestly, thought occurred to me that you aren't immune to culture. Well, I am not. Because here's the thing, right? Here in Romania, we have this kind of like very intensely romantic view of love. It's interesting, to say the least. I can't really explain it, but the best way I can think of is, you know, the ultimate form of love would be melting together into one wave in the sea, I guess. Like I've said, can't really explain it for the life of me. And I also apparently forgot what was the fucking sequence. Apparently it was that one. It's a very kind of melancholy, but like beautiful, but in a very inhuman or like painful way, I guess, view of the whole thing. And on a logical level, I know, you know, it's unhealthy, it's unrealistic, but also, you know, sometimes you just kind of pine for that kind of love, and I notice it so much in Johnny's like no, that's not the best way to put it, because the fact is I actually kind of don't see that, but he has this kind of same idea of like love being, you know, just two people completing each other. Because you see it with both Martin and the archivist, as well as you see it with the princess and the hero. But with the two of them literally being two halves. And there's this like kind of nostalgic coming home aspect, you know? And it almost always feels like both rediscovering yourselves and also forgetting yourself in a way that turns, you know, whatever comes next into an adventure. I don't know how else to explain it, and it's kind of fascinating. Honestly, I wish someone smarter than me would go and do a like analysis of the parallels between the romance in the Magnus Archives and the romance in Slay the Prince, even though both like the series, you know, they might have creators in common, but they aren't done by the same people, I think. So like there might be people who work on them both as writers, but not all of them, and certainly not the lead writer. Okay, so there's something that gives away when it's gonna move another way, and I can't figure out what. Also, the fireball fucking demolishes this thing. Holy Holy shit, this thing is fired off all goddamn cylinders. There we go. That was easy. Cool, we got a Spartan key. I wonder if this is gonna be the last corridor. I doubt it though. Well, that was fun. Oh god damn it, wrong hole.
What I just said could also be taken in a sexual manner. Therefore, it is funny.
You know, I'm making fun of that, but I do genuinely find double entendres so fucking funny. And it's fucking the fuck? What is this? Just take a look at this. Oh, thank you. Blue Lander thing. So yeah, probably won't be streaming every day this week as well. That'd be funny though, wouldn't it? But no. So yeah, but still, probably will do another stream before Sunday. And yeah. See, no one needs to be your enemy. I guess that's if I want to make some like final statement or you know like conclusion for today's stream and kind of meandering point. Nobody